Hey there, tech fans. Rick here again with a quick review of the brand new UGREEN 9-in-1 docking station that you can use with your Windows or your Mac OS PC. This product allows you to expand a single USB-C connection into a wide range of external connections that you can use to connect up to 2 monitors, both 4K at 60 frames a second, as well as a wide range of peripherals, a network connection, and even an external power supply. Now, before I get too deep into all the features that make this a really cool product, I thought I'd start with a basic unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit, and that way you'll understand exactly what you get if you decide this product's right for you. And then I'll go through the specifications because there are a lot of docking stations on the market, and it can get a little confusing trying to compare one against another. And what UGREEN has built here is a docking station that incorporates all of the latest advanced features and functions for the connections you're going to want to make. So I'll go through those, and then I'll take a closer look at the unit and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand how to use it once you get it home. I'll do a quick demonstration to show you just how simple this product will be to use, and then I'll list a few features that I really like about this product that you can use to compare it to other products you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find the docking station. It's a beautiful unit. It's high impact plastic. It's got rubber feet on the bottom. It's got plenty of connections on the back for your monitors and other types of connections, and a few connections up front for things like thumb drives and cameras and microphones. And I'll show you that when I get into the closer look. Also included with the kit is a USB-C to USB-C cable. This is a heavy-duty, high-speed cable. You can use this to connect up to your computer, and that's the only connection you'll need to activate the product. Also included with the kit is a full instruction manual that lists everything you could possibly want to know about the docking station, a quick start guide, and a little reminder here to recycle when you're done. UGREEN is a company that really cares about the planet and sort of green type of technology. So when you're done with this in 10 years or so, whenever you get tired of it, make sure you recycle a product. I like this company an awful lot because they're thinking about the planet. All right, so let's talk about the specifications. So I'd mentioned it's a 9-in-1 docking station, which means it sounds like it's got a lot of connections. Well, the first connection you'll need is that USB-C connection to your laptop or your computer, and you can do that through this cable. So you'll plug this into the unit, plug this into any available USB-C port on your computer, and it activates the docking station. Now, what does the docking station do for you? Well, it allows you to connect 2 external monitors up to your computer, and the best part is, unlike a lot of docking stations, this one supports 2 monitors at 4K at up to 60 frames a second. So it's really advanced in its connection technology for those 2 monitors. And not only can you extend your desktop between those 2 monitors and your actual laptop, but you can mirror it as well. So you have a choice of seeing the same image on both those monitors or extending your desktop to greatly increase your screen real estate. And again, the big difference is a lot of other docking stations have a 4K output and a 1080p output, which means you're mixing resolutions. With this one, it's 2 that are 4K at 60 frames a second. All right, in addition to that, you have a couple of different choices for connection on the back. So you have 2 full-size HDMI ports, as well as 2 display ports. So no matter how you're connecting up your monitors, you've got access on the back for both of those connections. Now, bear in mind that either the HDMI or the display port are active at any given time. You can't connect 4 monitors up to it, and that's just the way it goes. There's also a Gig E connection on the back, so if you want a wired network connection to your laptop, plug in your network on the back, it immediately becomes available to your laptop. So normally you're using a Wi-Fi connection on your laptop. This allows you to connect to your network. In addition to that, there's a power supply connection on here that allows you to connect an external PD 100-watt power supply to the unit, and through the connection to your computer, you'll actually charge your laptop while you're using it. A lot of other docking stations on the market limit that pass-through of current to maybe 45 watts or 65 watts. And if you know anything about laptops, that'll keep your laptop running, but it's not going to charge your battery. So you can use your laptop, but it's not going to really increase the battery on it. With this one at 100 watts, you can use your laptop when you're connected to your monitors, and it's also charging the batteries internally. So that's a major advantage. And then on the front of the unit, you've got 3 connections here, 2 full-size USB-A ports. Both of those are the latest 3.2 Gen 2 connections, highest speed connections available for USB-A, and you've got a USB-C port in the front as well. So it gives you, again, that's a 3.2 Gen 2. So all of those are the latest connection topology for USB connections, which means you're going to get really, really fast connections to things like external storage drives, or maybe a thumb drive, or a camera, or a microphone, anything you want to connect up to your computer. Plug them in the front, you're going to be just fine. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take a closer look at the unit because I want to explain what those connections look like so you get a better look at them. Then I'll come back and do a short demonstration. Again, I'll break out my laptop, I'll put up 2 monitors, and I'll show you how it works really well with the monitors. And then I'll come back and point out a few things again that I really like about this product that you can use to compare it to others you may be considering. The product features a high-impact plastic case which makes it lightweight and very durable. It's got a bit of a brushed aluminum finish to it which fits in with any decor. On either side of the cabinet, you'll find ventilation slots that are designed to let any heat that develops during operation escape. On the front of the product, starting on the left, you'll find two full-sized USB-A ports. Both of those are USB 3.2 Generation 2, which delivers 10 gigabits a second as far as transfer speed goes. Both of those are active at the same time. You'll also find a USB-C port that again is USB 3.2 Gen 2, giving you 10 gigabits per second. On the right, you'll find a power switch you can use to turn the unit on and off. On the bottom are some rubber feet that'll protect the surface you set it down on and keep it from slipping around on your desk. On the rear of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find a network connection. That's a Gigabit E connection, so you can connect it up to your local home network or your corporate network, and you'll have network connectivity through that USB-C connection to your computer. Next to that, you'll find two banks of display connections. Each of them have an HDMI connection as well as a display port. That's for display 2. Same thing for display number 1. Either the HDMI or the display port connections are active at any given time. You can't have both of these connections working. So if you're using HDMI, use both of the HDMI ports. If you're using DisplayPort, both of the display ports. To the right of that is another USB-C connection, and this connects up to your computer through an open USB-C port on your computer. That's the only connection you'll need to the dock. And then finally, there's a power connection over here. This unit supports external charging through a PD charger up to 100 watts. If you connect that charger up here, through that same connection to your laptop, it will not only power all the ports if you have external devices that require power, but it'll also charge your laptop with a single power supply connection. And that's pretty much it for the dock. Now I'll show you how you can use this product with your own equipment. And for this demonstration, I've set up my laptop in front of me, and I have a few windows open currently, just to show you how easy it'll be to extend your desktop to two external monitors. I have the 9-in-1 docking station right here, and I've set up two monitors, just like I have at home on my desk, so when I come home from the end of the day, I can set down my laptop, make one USB-C connection to the docking station, and extend my desktop to these two larger monitors, which gives me a lot more screen real estate to work with. And all it takes is a single USB-C connection between the docking station and my laptop. So to start with, I'll connect up the two monitors to the docking station. I've got HDMI cables connected to these, and I'll plug those into the HDMI output port on the back of the unit. There's one, and here's the second one. And now that I've made those connections, I've already plugged one end of the USB-C cable into an available USB-C port on my laptop, and I'll plug the other end of it into the display connection on the back. Now, did you hear that sound? The minute I make that connection, my laptop knows that I've got an external device connected, and it's already configured to have these external monitors come live. So there you go. Now I've shared my desktop to these two external monitors already from a previous setting, and what you're seeing here is really an extension of the desktop that I have on my laptop screen. Now to show you that's working okay, again, I've got a couple of programs opened. Let me send this one to one of the desktops. There you go. Let me send this video the other direction. There you go. So what you see here is a small screen on my laptop that just got 3 times the size by having these external monitors connected, and it allows me to open programs and actually read the text on them. It makes it incredibly easy for me to cut and paste things from a web page into a Word document, or if I'm working with figures doing cut and pasting back and forth. That can be really tricky on a small screen like this, so having these two larger screens externally just really opens up a lot of possibilities for me to work on multiple programs at the same time. Now the other benefit is, a lot of times the laptops have a limited number of connections externally, so I don't have an HDMI connection on this laptop to actually use an external monitor, so through that USB-C connection, I can now connect up 2 external monitors. But the other important thing to remember is that I want to have one of those ports charge my laptop. And if all you have is one USB-C port, you can either use it to charge your laptop or connect the external peripheral up. In this case, I can actually disconnect the power supply from there and plug that into the power port in the back of the unit, and that actually charges my laptop through that USB-C connection and leaves another USB-C connection open on my laptop, so it frees up that second port. Now I want to connect one more external device up. I've got a small card reader right here that's got an SD card in it. I'll plug it into the USB port in the front. The minute I do that, my laptop recognizes it. I can move it to the other USB port. The laptop recognizes it, And this also has a USB-C connection on it, so I'll plug that into the USB-C. And there you go. So all three of those ports are active at the same time. Now I typically use those for a camera, a microphone, maybe an external drive or a thumb drive, and it makes it incredibly easy for me to transfer files off the laptop, transfer files back onto the laptop. And these are all, again, USB 3.2, which is the latest standard, Gen 2 standard, so I can transfer files incredibly fast. And now my external drives used to be hard drives, then they were SSD drives, now they're NVMe drives. I need fast ports like that to get those files off my laptop quickly. So it just gives me everything I need in a nice little package like this that sits on my desk. It's got rubber feet on the bottom so it's not moving around, and it just gets the job done. Plus I've got the latest technology built in. So I think it's a pretty cool product and incredibly easy to use. I hope that closer look and demonstration were helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the UGREEN 9-in-1 docking station to other products you may be considering. The first thing has to do with the monitor connections. This product provides dual output for 2 monitors to simultaneously connect to your computer, and both of those monitors can be 4K at 60 frames a second. A lot of other docking stations on the market may have a 4K connection, but typically that second connection is 1080p, which means you're mixing resolutions. With this one, both monitors can be 4K at 60 frames a second. This unit also provides HDMI output as well as DisplayPort output. A lot of other docking stations are either or, and the nice part about having both means you can use this with your Mac OS computer or your Windows computer and any display in the market. So you've got a lot of flexibility in how you connect up those monitors. Another big difference is the power through the unit. This unit supports 100 watts of PD external charging through the unit to your computer. A lot of other docking stations limit that to 45 watts or 65 watts, which will work with your laptop, but it's not going to allow you to charge your laptop while you're actually using it. With this one, 100 watts will charge your laptop and provide plenty of power to use the laptop with a ton of peripherals connected. You know, things like external drives or thumb drives or cameras or microphones. It just is a really good way to go, and that's plenty of power for your laptop. Another key difference is that there's a gig Ethernet connection on this one as well. Some of the other docking stations may have that. They may limit the speed of that. With this one, it's a full gig E connection, which means when I'm at home, I can connect my laptop up to my wired network, which is always faster than my Wi-Fi connection, and that happens automatically through the USB-C port. The last thing to keep in mind is the type of connections on the front that are available for external peripherals. A lot of units on the market will provide USB-A and USB-C connections, but they're an older standard, which means they're going to be slower connections. With this one, you've got 2 full-sized USB-A connections that are both 3.2 Gen 2 connections, which is the fastest connection you can get on USB-A today, as well as a USB-C connection that again is also 3.2 Gen 2 connections with the fastest speed you can get on that. So if you're connecting things up like some of the newer NVMe drives that are externals, when you plug those in, you can fire files at those incredibly fast. The older standards just took a long time to move those files across the network. So I really think UGREEN has done a phenomenal job with this product. It's really the latest and greatest product I've reviewed as far as docking stations go, and I think that not only does it look good, but it really functions well as well, and it gives me all the features that I need in a docking station that's tiny, fits on my desk, doesn't take up a lot of space, and just looks great. So hopefully you found this review helpful. I've enjoyed talking about it, so thanks for watching, and again, until next time, as always, stay nerdy!